What is going on, guys? Echo here with another episode of Pokemon Go, and today I just wanted to sit down, kind of give my thoughts and opinions on what I think is going to happen for Go Fest. While we're at it, I came over to this stop set here to get my streaks and my stamp for the day. A little bit of inclement weather out here today, so I wasn't able to hunt too much. It's been a long day. So I threw down the Lucky Egg, the star piece. We're going to grab this to get my stamp, and we're going to do this to get my catch for the day. Gonna start with a Ghastly. Alright. So, my thoughts on Go Fest. There's 3 of them this year, and that's what's got me a little bit confused. Like, last year, they did the special research. They did the Celebi quest. But if they're going to be doing 3 different Go Fests, are they going to be doing 3 different special research tasks? Are they going to be releasing 3 different sets of rewards at each one? The one in Asia, the one in Dortmund, the one here? Or are we looking at 3 different Go Fests that are all exactly the same? I'm kind of hoping that all of them are different. I'm super excited. I just got my itinerary today for Go Fest Chicago. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to make Dortmund. I'm going to try, but I don't know how it's looking right now. And Asia, I'm definitely going to Asia, just waiting for them to release the dates and ticket times and where it's going to be, and I'll probably book my flights and hotel the day it's released. What do you guys think? Do you think they're going to release 3 different special researches, or are they going to just do one and make them all the same? What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Down in the comments, let me know. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. I'm also looking forward to the Safari Zone events. They've only released, one this year? It was the one in Brazil. Couldn't make it. I was way too busy. It was a little bit last minute. Oh, and of course, Sentosa. But I don't really want to talk about the Singapore event because I am very salty about how Niantic decided to... Oh, look at this. We got a Ralts off the lure. Hold on. Weather boosted. Okay, we're going to Pineapple this guy. Not going to quick catch. Don't want it to run. Alright. Anyways, Sentosa. I tried to go to the Singapore event. I had tickets for the flight, for the hotel, everything booked, ready to go. And I had to use my travel insurance to cancel the flight and the hotel because the way Niantic released it, it was a pool of hope you get a ticket, you might not. And I did not get a ticket because... well, I wasn't lucky enough in the pool to get my name pulled for the accounts I put in for tickets for. But then there's people like a guy here in my town who got tickets for all 6 of his accounts, and he can't even go. Why do you apply to try to win if you can't go? And then you see on Facebook and Twitter, the social media, wow, guys, I'm so lucky. I got 6 tickets and I can't even go. Please don't be that guy. If you can't get tickets, or if you can get the tickets but you can't go, don't try to get the tickets, because there are people that really want to go that can't, and now I can't while everybody else is there. But for Go Fest, I know that they're releasing Pachirisu, which I'm really excited about because I was in Canada and we were going to try to get it, and we put in the GPS while we were in the middle of Toronto how to get to Edmonton, where they said they spawned a lot, and it was a 34-hour drive. Now, mind you, we were there for a good week, but as much as I love this game, I wasn't about to sit in a rental car for 34 to 38 hours driving across Canada to get one regional that might or might not spawn. I couldn't get enough people to tell me whether it was actually a guaranteed spawn or not, so we decided to skip it. But I'm really excited about Pachirisu. I'm really excited about the unknowns. I'm hoping they bring back the question mark and the exclamation point because I missed both of them. And I'm only 7 unknowns away, I think. Let me check. I believe it's 7 unknowns away from completing my regional Pokedex. Or my unknown Pokedex. Where's that badge at? There it is. Yeah, 7 away. I need 7 unknown. And I know that it makes them less rare when they only spawn at these events, but that's part of wanting to go is what they do for the special things that they spawn there. I love the unknowns, and if you look here, a lot of these, I've only been able to go to technically one Pokemon event. All of these unknowns were caught in the wild here in my hometown in Tampa and across St. Pete and Seminole. I have never gotten an unknown from an event. So for me, these are very special, and even if they spawn a lot at those events, no, they may not be considered rare anymore, but that's okay because they're rare to that event. If you didn't go to that event, you don't get them. This is a shiny I have been hunting for forever, and I don't think I'm ever going to get either. But I love the events. I've always wanted to go to them, and this is going to be my first year actually being able to travel to them. I've been so busy over the last few years between getting my business running, going to school, finishing school, getting married, planning a wedding, moving 3 times. It's been quite a bit of a hassle, but that's okay because it got me to where I am now, and now we're ready to travel everywhere to go to all of these events and see what it's like through everybody else's eyes. I wish Niantic was a little more open about it, though, because the tickets, last year, they said they were supposed to be through a ticketing system, locked to your ID in-game, and then scalpers couldn't get all the tickets, and then nobody got to go. Then I saw within an hour of all of the tickets being sold out last year, I didn't get to go because I had everything booked. Once again, couldn't get tickets because scalpers buying 4, 5, 6, 7 tickets every time they go on there, get as many as they can, check out and move on. See them on eBay an hour later, $300-$400 for a $25 ticket. I'm sorry, as much as I love this event, I'm not paying $300-$400 plus for a $25 ticket, and I don't have ends with Niantic to just call them up and say, hey, want to go to the event, couldn't get tickets, so I'll pay you and you let me in. Doesn't work that way. So I'm hoping this year, with what we've seen and them saying it's going to be a new in-game system, that we can just get the tickets locked to our account in-game and not have to deal with scalpers, people buying more tickets than they need, taking in secondary accounts, all of that stuff. I've got friends here in town that are afraid to book their packages because they don't want to buy everything and then not be able to go, and then they've got this trip that they paid for. Not everybody can afford travel insurance. I've got it through my credit card companies because I have like 11 travel cards because I've been planning these trips and I want to go and I want to have fun when I go. So I booked, 5 days in Chicago, even though we can only be at Go Fest for 1, but there's a lot of other stuff to do, and the spawns and the event raids and everything like that last outside of the city for the course of the event, and we've got a whole group of people that are going. We booked out an entire hotel. Like the hotel I'm staying in, there's YouTubers at other, more famous YouTubers. Our entire group here from the Largo, Tampa area. We know so many people that are going and want to have fun, but none of us even know who's going to get tickets yet or not, or how we're going to get tickets, because they released the event dates and now we still don't even know when they're going to release the ticket sale dates. So it's a little bouncy around how they do it, but at this point, I'm not even going to say it's a new company thing because this is the 3rd Go Fest, and I think by now they should have a little bit of a better handle on it. With people who spend their hard-earned money to go to these events, we should be able to know a little more in advance. Like, they gave us more advance this time than they did last year or the first Go Fest. But the first Go Fest was a disaster, and then last year, the people that got to go, that I know at least, overpaid for tickets because they were bidding other people on eBay for people who really wanted to go, those die-hard go-get-'em fans, and ended up paying a small fortune to get there. As much as I love this game, as much money as I could spend on this game and have spent on this game, I cannot justify spending $300, $400, $500. Mystic 7 talking about the one video he had last year. There was a ticket on eBay bidded up to like $15,000. Don't know if it actually sold or if someone actually paid that for it, but it was there. The bid happened. Someone was willing to do it. And that's just crazy to me because Niantic should by now have a way to lock people out. The in-game ticketing system, where last year they said, if you buy the ticket, you've got to put your name on it. But then if you looked on eBay, the reason I believe, in my opinion, they gave up on that was if you looked on eBay, the scalpers that had them for sale, it point blank said, oh, hey, Niantic's new system means I have to have your name or I can't claim this. So make sure when you buy the ticket and the email, send me your in-game ID so I can send it over when they ask me whose ticket this belongs to. We need to lock out the scalpers. We need to lock out the spoofers because they buy up a lot of tickets too. I personally know people in this area that have gone to that dark side because they want to make excuses about not being able to go to the event. So they buy 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, as many tickets as they can for all of their spoof accounts, their spare accounts, their friends' accounts. Then they spoof to the event and get all of the stuff without even having to go, when people who paid hard money to get there can't even get tickets because of stuff like that. But my predictions for Go Fest, I really don't know. Like I said, it can be 3 different researches and make each one of them its own unique Go Fest, or it can be the same Go Fest in 3 different places, which I don't necessarily like the idea of because I want to go to all of them. But if, for example, I can only go to, right now, Chicago and Asia. But if they make them both the same, are people going to be able to go to multiple fests? Or is this Niantic's way of giving each country their own Go Fest, giving the people around the world a bigger ability to go? So instead of having to travel all the way from Germany, Europe, Asia, the Mid-Atlantic, all of that, over here, that's cool too, but we don't know. We need to know what is going on, if it's going to be different, if it's going to be the same, if you can go to multiple events, or if you go to multiple events, is it going to be worth your time or not? Because how would that work? If it says you can only go one day to the Go Fest, which is fine. So you can only complete the special research on your account one time. So even if you did go back and did open up, scanning your QR code, open up all the stops, the gyms and everything, all you're going to get is the spawns anyways. So if you go to another country for the next event, are you going to be able to complete the research again? Are you going to, is it going to be like for the people who originally went to Go Fest and got Celebi, and then they released the secondary round? Is it going to be like that, where if you go from this Go Fest to this one, you've already got the special research, but now you've got the special research for this one, but instead of getting the end reward, you just get the rare candies, or the candies for that Pokemon, Stardust and experience rewards, incubators, raid passes, they give out all that kind of stuff in there. I'm just kind of curious how Niantic is going to handle 3 different Go Fests on top of the Safari Zone events, and that's another thing. We've had 2 Safari Zone events. We had the Go Fest announcements. Where's the rest of the Safari Zone event announcements? But they haven't released any information on Dortmund, on Chicago, or even dates or a location for the Asia event. So right now, I don't really know what they plan on doing. But it would be great if we could get it announced sometime today, sometime this week. I mean, like I said, I've got the hotel and the flights booked, but I need to know, even to use my travel insurance, I don't want to cancel at the last minute. If someone else needs my room or my flight, I could sell it to them and transfer it, where they just pay the fee to transfer the name of the flight and the hotel room. You just transfer a name. It's not that big a deal. But I need to know so I can go or not. Obviously, I'm going to try to go anyways, because there is other stuff to do in Chicago. You still get the spawns, you still get to have fun, and that's cool and all. But I booked my flight and hotel the day of the announcement. I got the announcement from Trainer Tips video, and in 10 minutes, I had my flight and hotel booked, ready to go. So why are we still sitting here waiting, not knowing anything about how to get the tickets, when they're going to go on sale? The only thing we know is how much they're going to cost. That doesn't really help much. So that's kind of my thoughts and opinions on Go Fest this year. I know they said it's going to be a lot more prepped than it was before. Cell towers on wheels. They're going to have the organized gates for this side and this side for login. That's another thing. They took it back to Grant Park. Why did they take it back to Grant Park? Because Lincoln Park is bigger. They said it was just an amazing place, and Grant Park is where the disaster for the first one happened. It's a smaller park. It was cramped. Everybody said that I know that went said they were waiting hours to get in line. And if you've only got the event for one day, you don't want to wait 3-4 hours in a line to get into the park because they took it to a park that's too small. So I hope with the fact that they have it across 4 days now, and it's been 2 years, and now this is the third Go Fest, they're going to be able to organize it a little better, get everybody in on time, let everybody have fun. I don't know. But nobody really knows right now because we still don't have any information. But that's pretty much my opinions on Go Fest and what I think is going to happen and how it's going to go. I'm hoping we get a little more information on the special research that's going to take place. And I know, like I said, we've got the unknown spawns. We're going to have at least Pachirisu for a regional, but are they going to have other regionals? Is that going to be a surprise? People are assuming shiny horsey, which I think is awesome because, like I said in my other video, purple is my favorite color, and Seadra and Kingdra are both purple shinies, and they're gorgeous. They also have Hippopotas. I don't know how to pronounce it. I stopped following, if you will, after Gen 3. I still played the games, but I didn't follow as much. Gen 1, 2, and 3 were always my favorite. I was a diehard fan. I've still got my copy of the yellow edition for the Game Boy at home. It is my baby. But, hey, speaking of horsey. But I just would like to know what's going on, how it's going to be, and what we're supposed to do while we sit back and wait. And those are my thoughts and opinions. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about it, what you think is going to happen, your opinions on the special research, your opinions on them bringing regionals to it, the unknowns to it, the new Gen 4 spawns, we hope, new shinies. It's going to be a great event. I'm very, very excited. I know I sound a little agitated, a little salty. It's because I've missed the events because they don't give enough notice for everybody to be able to go, and not everybody can just plan and run last minute to go to these events. So I booked in advance. This is going to be my third year in a row. I really hope I can get tickets this year, and I'll see you guys there. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great night.